Okay guys, so welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to go over a rather simple topic, and it's just how less is more in your Forex trading. You'll see on social media a lot of people talk about, oh, if you want to be good at trading, if you want to make 6 figures in a year, you have to make this amount per day, you have to enter this many trades risking this amount and with this risk to reward. And obviously these sort of posts kind of encourage people to start trading more. It encourages people to try and reach profit targets, every single day or every single week. And let's say they're 3 days into the week and they haven't reached this goal. It forces them to then try and reach that target, so to speak, for the end of that week. So in this video, I'm going to talk about why I think this is, absolutely terrible, and why I think you guys should focus on the less is more approach, and something I preach a lot on Twitter, and obviously something which I use personally in my own trading. Because obviously I'm not going to talk about something which I don't actually do myself. And if you guys are actually, follow me on Instagram, Twitter, or you guys are in my mentorship group, you guys will know that I don't really trade very often. Maybe 3 to 4 times in a single month, like 3 to 4 different setups. And the main reason for this is, when I started trading, I wanted to live the trader lifestyle. So I wanted to pretty much do whatever I want whenever I wanted. I didn't want to have to wake up every single day and go through the same thing, or work for someone else and sit at the screens all day, 9 to 5, which obviously nothing wrong with a 9 to 5. It's good that people are working. Obviously the world wouldn't go round if that didn't happen, and you can make a lot of money from 9 to 5s. A lot of these big CEOs, which obviously work 9 to 5, you can make millions and millions of pounds if you work your way up in a position. But what I didn't want to do is have to sit at the screens all day and just spend so much time on the chart. My approach used to be like that. So every day I'd trade London session, New York session, and I'd even trade, through Asian session, which is obviously where most people are sleeping in the UK. It is overnight. And obviously I was getting loads of setups. I was probably getting like 1 to 2 setups every single day, which if you add it up, that's around like 60 setups, or 30 to 60 setups in a month, which is pretty crazy. Obviously you have to account for weekends as well, which obviously will bring it down a bit, but there's still quite a lot of setups which you're actually having to debate whether you should enter or not. The main thing I wanted to do, obviously I was profitable, I was making nice profit and everything, but I wasn't living the lifestyle that I actually wanted to live. So I changed my approach of trading. I was like, okay, I'm trading GBP USD, I'm trading GBP AUD, I'm trading gold. What can I do about this? So trading every session as well. I had multiple different strategies. I eliminated my time on the charts. The main reason I did this was so that I didn't have to wake up, trade from, let's say 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. in the evening. So, all day you can be looking for setups. Because let's say you're having lunch, you're in the gym or anything like this, you could potentially miss a setup. Let's say you're looking for your entry, the doorbell goes, you have to go get a parcel or something, you then missed your setup. Whereas if you only have an hour, 2 hours, when you're completely focused within that session which you've actually picked. Myself personally, I trade London session, and within a small window in London session where the trades most of the time actually present themselves. So this is kind of the only time which I'm actually going to shut everything off, full non-distraction mode on, and full focus on the charts. And you can't really do this if you're trading all day. And the main benefit of this is you have the rest of the day then to pretty much do whatever you want. Myself, trading days, I'll be done by 12, 1 o'clock London time, and then the rest of the day I can pretty much do whatever I want. Whereas if I trade in multiple sessions, I'd still have to be on the charts ready for New York session or ready for Asian session to monitor trades maybe I'm holding overnight. But because I limit it to a couple of hours a day on my trading days, it just means that I know exactly when my setups are going to present themselves. If they don't present themselves in that short time period, then it's just simply no trade for me during that day. I'll just wait till tomorrow, the day after, and just do the same thing over and over again. Another thing which I actually do, which is kind of part of the less is more approach, and this is to take fewer setups. So I did mention it previously about less time on the charts, but I used to take 30, 40 setups. And if you think about this, 30 different trades in a month, risking 1%, you could potentially lose 30% in a month. Obviously, it's not very likely that you lose every single trade. It would be quite worrying if you lost 30 trades in a row. Risking 1% would not be good. But let's just say that, for example, you lose 30 trades in a row, your risk exposure for that month is 30%. Whereas let's say I'm making 4 trades in a month, 5 trades in a month. Worst case scenario, I only lose 5%. Obviously, people are going to say, yeah, but if you win 30 trades in a row, you can make this much profit. And obviously, it's nothing compared to what you win if you only win 5 trades in a row. And obviously, this is true. But you've just got to think about your risk. A lot of people nowadays are trading with prop firms, and they have limited drawdown. You can't be risking 30% in a month whilst trading with a prop firm. You can only lose 5% in a day or 10% overall, 10% forever with a prop firm. So if I was trading with a prop firm and I had 2 losing months, that's how long it would take me with no winners. So 0 winning trades, it would take me probably 2 months to blow that account. Whereas if you're taking 2 setups a day, let's say, it could take you a week to blow account. I'm kind of going for the more conservative approach, mainly because obviously I have the capital to actually trade less. And if I make 3% in a month, if I make 2% in a month, that's money which I could just live off if I wanted to. If I just wanted to withdraw that from my trading account, I could easily live off of that. But because I have income outside of trading, you know, let's say, for example, this YouTube channel brings in income. I obviously have my mentorship. I also have, you know, investments such as, you know, watches. They've made a very, very big return for myself personally. And it means that I don't have to take money out of my trading accounts. So they just pretty much compound. You guys know what compound interest is. And, you know, just a snowball effect. It just goes up and up and up. The wins get a lot bigger. The losses get bigger, granted, but the wins get bigger, which is all we really, really care about. But taking less setups, it allows you to take the highest quality setups. For example, let's say you need 5 conferences to enter a trade, or in your plan, you have 5 conferences. These people that trade every day, they'll enter setups which maybe have 2 or 3 conferences. Because I do feel like it's very, very rare that you have 2 or 3 setups every single day, which has, you know, full conviction. Every single setup has, you know, full 5 conferences in play whilst that trade is actually, you know, ready for you to enter. So taking these high quality trades, it doesn't matter if I need to wait 2 weeks for a 5 out of 5 trade, because I know that it is most likely going to win in comparison to a 3 out of 5 trade or a 2 out of 5 trade. Obviously these trades could still win. And, you know, if you have 3 out of 5 confluences, that's 60% of your confluences. There's obviously a high chance that that trade can actually still win. I find myself wanting to take the trades with the highest conviction. I don't want to take a trade which has a higher percentage of losing rather than waiting 2 days for a trade which has, let's say, 15% more chance of winning. People try this sometimes, but then they see the trades which they actually missed because they didn't enter because of the confluences, and they're like, oh, well, if I entered this, I would have made this much, or if I entered this or didn't enter this, then I would have made this much, wouldn't have lost this. But you just got to think of it in terms of, in the long run, would it be better if I only took setups which won 15% more than those other setups? Obviously, if you told people that, but then also explain that you have to wait maybe 3 or 4 more days extra or another week for the setup, this is where they kind of get a bit stuck. People nowadays, you know, you see it on TikTok or Shorts or Instagram Reels. People can't even watch a video without another video alongside it to keep them entertained. That's why podcasts aren't really doing as well as, you know, short form content. That's why these channels with just shorts, they grow, you know, exponentially. It's because people don't have any patience. They don't have any attention span. And they just crave, obviously, this very, very quick dopamine. Same with trading. People want to be in trades all the time. They want to see the profit on their screen. Even if they're losing, it doesn't matter, because they just want to be in that trade. They want the adrenaline of being in a trade. I used to be like that too. But once I realized that the money doesn't really matter, it's all about just performing, sticking to the plan, and the money comes with that, you know, just as a result of sticking to your plan and trading properly. And also, moving on from that, the last point is spend less time on social media when you're actually trading. Probably noticed that I don't really post a lot on YouTube or Twitter or Instagram anymore, and it's mainly because, you know, when you're posting your trades all the time, people comment on your trades, or you're following other traders, you see their trades, and it can kind of give you, you know, conflicting ideas. Let's say I see another trader, they're buying GU and I'm selling GU. It's like, am I right? Are they right? If they buys, then you're like, okay, they were right. Why were they right? Why was I wrong? All these different things. Pretty much the main reason why I don't follow any traders, or I don't follow any traders which actually post, you know, their trades and stuff like that, because I'm not gonna lie, I just don't really care. And I advise beginner traders, people who are posting their setups all the time, just to not compare yourself to their setup. Let's say you're trading the 1 hour time frame and you're in a buy, and they post that they're up 5 grand in the sell. They could be trading the 1 minute time frame, the 30-second time frame. You just don't know how these people are actually trading. So if you're going to be on social media, definitely control what kind of content you consume, and just make sure that you're consuming the content for the right reasons and not just for the sake of, you know, seeing people's trades or seeing their lifestyle if you're not actually gaining any value from it. So if you guys did enjoy, subscribe to the channel. I'll catch you guys in the next video.